I'm doing.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid, like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby, give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag, like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my whip. 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got what's bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall from me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Well, we trust ourselves. Right. We survived a lot. Lord knows. And we will continue to survive whatever's coming to us. See, that's the difference between us. You see, High Bridge, Don Cannon, Don Q, we're part of that successful 1%. Because we're doing everything that 99% of y'all niggas won't.
Who can I trust in this world that we live in? I look at the news and they got me fed up with this world that we live in. Politicians running scandals trying to get you jammed in the dirtiest system. Can't afford a lawyer, gotta take a deal when you ain't deserve that conviction. I feel like Trump ain't deserve that position. 80,000 niggas on the island, I'm talking yearly, I don't think they hear me. Break it down, hope they get the theory, but these basic clowns trying to interfere me. It's a different ball game, when the law came around, shit hit severely. Shopping for some small change, made a small change, now I see the picture clearly. Yeah.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, fourth-year quarterback Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
I just want to see my young
thanks,
niggas
Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mama told me take 20 minutes off the day and say a prayer. I told her niggas might spin around the way, I gotta stay aware. It felt like Baghdad when I last passed. Niggas selling soul for that last drag. Get no hope for you in that crack bag. I see dope needles in the trash bag. I see that nigga tell on his homie that he knew for 20 years. Now 20 years, shit is weird. Especially when you think that it'll never come through the pills, but it did. When the nigga begging for some help, finally got it, then he disappeared. Stupid nigga, you ain't never supposed to bring your own bridge, but you did. I try to forget but niggas forget what I did. You come out of pocket until you ain't got it, and nigga forget what you did.
In the middle of the field.
God, all I do is think God at the middle of the year.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Vic Beasley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Well, there's There's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
I walked in the big and I took out a century, and I'm in little league. That's a victory. I came too far to little more than the 24. Try me to my brother, but no, you ain't killing me, but you ain't killing me.
To the 45. Very nice job on the run back there. They'll get 23 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Skin jigging up, taking trips on the road. Got love for each other, ain't got the same of us, still call them bro. Can't let none of these things distract me, you know they be doing the most. You know that's just the way it goes. Yeah, it's focused on reaching my goals. Ryan presidential, fuck a politician. Yeah, private residential, come see how I'm living. I got exotic women, I'm in Hollywood with a Robert Givens. She got a body given, I come by the hood, I just be sliding different. My chances to make it, they said it was narrow. Nigga, just check the apparel. I gotta stack up that bread to a stale. If you take it, then I put your head on the barrel. Them niggas still thought I'd never prevail. Yeah, I came a long way from the bottom, the show was a journey.
They'll throw on 1st down, Ryan. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there, 26
you know I'm a sociable nigga.
And that's the connection Brian DeJones, and this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
For Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. And on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing, often averages in normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now Ryan. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That was a nice run slam. What the receivers trying to do is make the defender look he's going to the field, deeper around, and then breaks it off. Usually have about 3 to 4 steps. It comes towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll give it to him right on the gun. And he gets it. Touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their whole winning streak has been scoring first, an ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points total.
Do you go back to our meeting of the offensive line?
I sit back and enjoy the show while she's performing like a show.
Early part of the game, other teams I swear to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games. They continue that in this one.
Find the back and send the drugs and then we move the shit. Slide up in the tester roast, they go really fast. I can
This will be fielded on the back line of the end
She
zone.
really bad.
No throwback here. This will be a
We got
touchback.
plenty
It comes out
cash.
to the
She let me
25.
bend it over.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're the part of the defense out there for territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles in general. They're looking for guys with more consistency. Move the ball, at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first down, and hopefully win some games.
There's something to build off of as we'll bring it forward. First carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And they're able to get this one across the play and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I give
if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that.
From the beginning, she know it's dead. Now let's slide up in the test and roast. If she really back, tell her homie send them over. We got plenty cash, you should let me bend it over. For a $50 back, these bitches vicious and these niggas look suspicious. My favorite itch.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked in to what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. 3rd and long for Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
That first quarter early, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That's pulled in at the 32. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts at drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Money machine moving rapidly, I just be stacking my hundreds up accurately. Designer.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that's what we just saw there. not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you can get him on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Noah Spence able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And an early sack there for Tampa Bay. Charles, that is a welcome sight.
It's a sight for sore eyes, you might say, right? Just 22 sacks on the season in 2017. And what they're hoping is some of their one-on-one guys can get home this year instead of having to scheme to try to sack.
22 sacks last in the league a year ago. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Sipping while I'm recording, it's time for coke and I shower on tone.
Sometimes it's
You know
hard
I'm
to
highly
find
important.
offense
My
when
diamonds
they're
are
in a
probably
situation.
I'm chilling with your bitch. I'm getting top on the top of the morning. I had to stop playing the script. I'm getting up in the book.
And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now first and very short.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They will run again with Coleman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Kevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 70. And always a good first half when you can hit payers twice.
You see what happened?
And it never hurts.
I want some hood shit. I keep a food to one kiss me
As the game moves on, just think about halftime. This is all he gets. He's sitting there and get some more. I get some more. He'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Degree motions and ultimate freshness with every move. The more you move, the more Degree.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
And on the 42-yard line here, and brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and they'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and Hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They go play action here on 1st down. This one caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this one all the way across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
Alan Sink was the quarterback in the center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming to the quarterback, so they got their assignments down back and kept them away from him. And he's going to step up in the pocket and fire one down for a really good strike.
Boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. We asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air.
Now he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. And bringing out here an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to be going to force everything here.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Best of today's special only on Pandora.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play fake. Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Derek Shelby coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the returner.
Yeah.
coming out on the field. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half. Are they going to measure revenge there? Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando around the NFL. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Looking like the Vic Beasley of 2016 on that play, Charles.
That's the one that they want, too, because remember, that Vic Beasley, 15.5 sacks, led the NFL in that category that season. Dropped to just 5 in 2017. He also dropped into coverage more, trying to help out his team.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Matt Ryan in the offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Now Ryan on first down. Flush to his right. Throw over the catch right side. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those can be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we're at halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we're seeing a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now it's Ryan. Looking deep down. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 48 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for a loss of 5. JPP did it all those years with the Giants. New uniform, same result.
Yeah, he shows he still got it, doesn't he? Remember, he had 58.5 sacks during his time with the Giants. A great acquisition for Tampa Bay.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go play action. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to float this one. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they?
When
we talked about it, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Conte. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Jones. And some room to maneuver. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. If there's one big carry away from busting this open, that's a good start for him. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different, try some specials, something we haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a hunt. Is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. Now Ryan. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Here's Ryan, eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Ted McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jameis to throw. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Vinny Curry in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home, all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got it with the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
It's tough to read up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something to work.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They have full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Here's Humphries. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe that one. Damn, Danny, why you said I Mr. Miyagi, though? Just that